Yes. Actually, when I was younger, I played a lot of basketball. I think basketball was my first sport that I ever played when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I still love it to this day. It's very fun. Then I played, softball, which I was very good at too. But basketball, I was more of a guard because I was very aggressive. My father always, taught me to be very aggressive, and my family, let's just put it this way, is very competitive.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And for basically baseball, or softball, I'm sorry, Lord. Softball, I ended up hitting 13 home runs every year in elementary school. And I tried breaking 14, but it never happened.
But it's still never too late. Doesn't have to be in school. You can still do it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Women's softball. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
And then in high school, I stopped with the basketball, and I stopped with the softball, and I went more towards cross-country and track and field, where I actually was the only ninth grader female runner to become a varsity letterman. And I always came in first and second for the team. Yeah. And I got a $50,000 scholarship to UMass in Massachusetts from it.
Okay, so let's get this straight. Okay, you're athletic. You got a scholarship for athletics, and then you, I guess, at some point you got involved in the entertainment industry.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
not on purpose.
Tell us how that happened. I want to know.
Not on purpose, though. Yeah, it kind of came unexpectedly, but you know how that works. But
things happen.
Yeah, they sure do. Basically, I was 16. I'm not going to say what club I started at, because you're not supposed to when you're 16.
Right.
Because you're underage. But I started when I was 16. But I walked into a club with my girlfriends, and I was curious of what it was, and they're trying to show me around the club, and I just got hired. They said, "You're hot. Do you want to work?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really know what to do." And I didn't have the clothes at the time, so I just got hired when I was 16, and I just got from there.
Oh, did they know you were 16 when you did it?
What's that?
Did they know you were 16 at the time?
They did. They just said, as long as I don't drink, I'm good.
Oh, wow. Okay, so then now you that's where everything started. And did you enjoy it as soon as you started dancing?
Well, no, not really, because when I started that young, it was a fully nude club. So I was very shy.
Okay.
And the girls really had to edge me on to going on stage. I actually had to start going on stage with another girl just to comfort me, because I was, at that age, and I was very, I don't know, shy with my body. I wasn't used to showing it, so it's kind of a really new thing to me. So
I would think it's you're not used to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, at first it wasn't the greatest, but I got through it.
Yeah, look at you now.
Yeah.
So you were dancing with one of the girls there. She gave you comfort. You were doing your thing, and then and did it get easier from there?
Yeah, it eventually got a lot easier as I grew up more, and I matured a lot more. I started getting used to it, and I was getting used to the fact that guys were watching me, and I started getting more comfortable. I started flirting more, and I was like, hey, this is not so bad. So I like the one-on-one attention on stage. I love performing and being the center of attention, basically.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get the attention, no doubt about it.
Right.
So you didn't have like some. So I guess some women that get involved in in dancing. I mean, there's certain moves. I mean, I guess every guy at some point in time has been to a I guess a stripper.
A club, yeah.
And you know, I mean, some of these girls, they're talented. They with the dancing and everything. Did you just find this like just a natural thing that you were able to, I guess, work the pole and do things like that?
Yeah, I actually did find it natural because I played a lot of sports in high school, like I said, so I have that strength. You know, I used to, lift weights when, I ran track and field cross country because you had to actually do a shot put and stuff, so I had to have some kind of muscles. But when you're dancing, I'm the type, I like to try new things, and, I'm a very tough person, like, I'm not really scared of anything, so, it helps because when you're doing pole work, you can't be scared at all or you're going to mess up and fall and really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to be very confident, and, it did come all natural to me, and it took a few years to learn a few tricks because you can't just get up there and be like, hey, I can do this. You need to use a lot of your upper strength and legs, so it took a while to build that.
Well, I think it becomes kind of, it can become artistic, I guess, because now, when you look at stripping right now, dancing, they are actually teaching this in health clubs where you can get into great shape doing this.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but if you look, you go to a club. Some of these girls, they walk around the pole. They don't do too much, but that's not you. You get into
No. Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 3. I've always had a rhythm for music. I love music. I sang too. I was a singer too, and I write my own songs. So I've always been like a performance, person. Because I grew up singing in front of people and dancing talent shows when I was in school. So I like the attention. But not just that. I think if men come to a club, they don't want to be bored. They're there to enjoy and have fun with their time that, they're spending, whichever state it's in or wherever they're, golfers, doing a tournament or something. They want to go to a club and have fun, sit down, know that they're going to be entertained instead of just sitting there and being bored the whole time. But yeah, some girls do that. Some will just, stand there and, prance around the pole, and some girls are very aggressive and they'll just do all the pole work. Or girls or women like me, I'll do both. I'll coordinate, just the floor dancing with the pole work, and it becomes more of a show.
Oh, well, that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? It's supposed to be a show. You're supposed to entertain your the patrons, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that's what you do. Well, because I know, there are a lot of girls out there that don't. They do it. They're not comfortable doing it. Maybe they don't want to do it, but they do it anyway. But the way I look at it, if you're doing it, just be the best at what you do.
Exactly.
If you're going to do it.
Right. Right. I hear you.
Okay.
That's how I think.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So now you go from working the clubs. You're 16. You built up. You started. You built up pretty good because now you're a featured dancer.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's I didn't think I would be, actually. So it's kind of awkward. I don't think, I was prepared to be, such an entertainer, but I turned out to be, so it's weird.
Yeah, but that's a good progression, But now let's go to one thing, and I'm just curious about this. Now you're dancing, okay? Mm-hmm. Now you're also a hustler model. How did that happen?
Yeah. That's a good question, because I get that a lot, actually. I get a lot of golfers that want to ask me the same question.
I tried being a little different, but...
Oh, no, I like that. Well, how it happened was, actually, I was in a pageant at my club. I actually feature at my home base club. It's out of South Carolina, North Myrtle Beach. And it's called Crazy Horse, and that's my home club.
Okay.
And basically, we had a pageant that we were doing. And it was for Miss Exotic 2009. and I basically entered. I didn't think I would win. It was just for the heck of it.